Party.
Hey, how you doing there, young fella? We're back, and after that really nice humiliation last time at the hands of Mr. Golden Fuck, we are starting all over again. And like I said last time, we are just going to steamroll right through this bullshit. So that's why you're seeing this shit at over 100 miles an hour. Or whatever the case may be. So we're just going to do, and this is going to be kind of a weird format, guys, but figured that I really was just so gung-ho on getting back to where we were, or at least close to where we were, so we can pick it right back up. That was not very nice what happened last time, but I did it to myself. I was careless. I have ran through that golden dude many times, and I kind of forgot that he can butt slam you right off the edge there, so be it. We will start again, and we will remember that he can do that. So typical things we're gonna do starting the playthrough. Go get the whatever that thing is called, the Firekeeper Soul. Hand that in. And then, of course, we're going to go through the Valley of the Drakes like we normally would. The super easy way. Might end up... Yeah, okay, so here's where our first fuck-up was. See, we just lost a lot of footage there. I don't know what happened. For whatever reason, my capture software was like, hey, I'm gonna just not tell you that we're not recording anymore. And, yeah, fuck you. So I lost my run through the Valley of the Drakes. But you'll see in a couple of few minutes that it's really not going to matter. Now, I mentioned I really wanted to get back on the horse and kind of fast track everything, which is the new run, which is why I've taken off all my clothing and decided that our first order of business was going to be to give it to the most heavily armored foe in the game, with no clothes on, and see how that goes. With an unupgraded Zweihander that we're two-handing, we have to switch between one-handing and two-handing it because we don't meet the strength requirement to one-hand it. And we actually beat his fucking ass, which was good. Put some clothing back on. Now, we had a pretty big dick from that. Our dick kind of fell off in the Duke's archives, but we had a pretty big dick from beating Havel. We get Mr. Black Knight into Mr. Backstab loop, and look what we get. Black Knight Sword. Probably the best weapon you can get early. Definitely the best great sword you can get early. Yeah, you can get the Claymore early, which has a much better move set, but it's also much weaker. Even compared to this Y-hander, it is very, very, very good. And of course, we have only leveled up 3 times by this point, so we can't even use it. Now, this got a little hairy. We almost took it in the ass. He could have, Taurus Demon could have knocked us off the edge there. That would have been really nice. Right after getting the Black Knight sword, that's what you want. We'll have a quick chat with our boy, Solaire. Yeah, back on the horse. Gotta get right back into it. And sometimes it's not a horse at all. Sometimes it's a fat pig. Now, yeah, see that? We almost ate shit there too. Just a little, maybe going a little too fast, a little careless. Sometimes you're so bent on getting back to where you were that you take some stupid risks that you end up paying for later. And that may or may not be true a little later as well. Guess we'll have to find out. So I do like to kind of speed bomb through this shit, just so they can't close the door on me. You know what? I will close the door on myself. Keeping the fat pig that's in there the fuck away from me. We'll get that Balder Knight out of the way. And we've got to go to Andre. I was looking behind myself there to see if anyone was... Sometimes there's a wall you can hit, and then a Balder who's overlooking the Knight Shield, I think it is, he'll come pay you a visit. And that can be really nice if you're not expecting it. So around there, I might have a look backwards just to see if he's coming. Yeah, so this is kind of a weird route for us to take, because normally you go through Valley of the Drakes, well, the way we've been going, and we'll come up on this Titanite idiot from the opposite direction after we've dealt with Black Knight, or avoided Black Knight. I think avoiding him right after you started the game is kind of a good move. Especially, we did take him out, but we didn't have to, and I've been fucked up by that guy before. And you start the playthrough, you don't have a... Yeah, look at us testing our Black Knight sword here. Two hits with that thing and the stone guy goes down. That's pretty good damage. Yeah, Black Knight has fucked us before. You start the new playthrough, you don't have a whole lot of stability with your shield. He can mix up his attacks, so maybe you're not really... maybe your parrying is a little off. Maybe he kind of throws you for a whatever. So I think it's fine to just run past him and come back for him later. Now we run past this idiot again. We're not going to want to keep doing that. Now we're actually able to get our Black Knight sword, as you can see. If you happen to see that, it was a little fast, but we were actually able to get that to +2, which early game is... That thing is a fucking powerhouse. I love the Black Knight sword. If you can get that early, you've got it made. Plus, a couple of Twinkling Titanite into it. And the thing just relentlessly fucks cold, dead ass. Look at it fuck this guy. One hit. One running R1. Right in the fucking face. Now we gotta let Lautrec out. Not only do we not want him interfering with the operation of the Firekeeper, but we also want to use his ring. Now we could have gone and kicked him off there before this boss fight, but look at that. Finish him off with an R2. Very good. So we're off to a pretty good start here. You know, yeah, like it's like what I'm saying before. You're on a roll. You just want to fucking keep giving her. Now, I know I've said it 50 times. We get the best gesture in the game. Skippity bop. Down that shit. And now we got some more souls to play with, which is good, and we'll slow it down here because I don't want you to miss this next part. This is so fucking good, you're not even gonna believe it. What does Andre say to you? Something like I can't remember what he says to you, but now we pushed our luck before, and we'll push our luck again. All that, just for that, just to eat fucking shit again. Fuck you, Titanite Demon. Now, so we're gonna go back to normal fast speed here. So that was really nice. Why was I going back there? Remember, I did some things in a stupid order last time, and that became confusion of the highest order.
Confusion of the highest order.
If you're at all familiar with that concept. So, what happened was, normally what's supposed to happen is, we come out of the Valley of the Drakes, we deal with or do not deal with Black Knight, we go to Andre right from there, and on the way, there's a Titanite Demon, there's a fucking, what is that thing, Crystal Lizard. I had trouble hitting that guy, I don't know why. And if you thought that was good, watch this. Fucking missed the plunge, whatever. So anyway, we go through the fucking Valley of the Drakes. Never mind this beating I take here. It was really good. Prime fucking form. Go up right to Andre. And then, on the way to Andre, in the forest, there is a longbow. So... okay, so we had a little quit out here, and when we come back, we're ready to go. Ready to pick it up again, and let's not die this time. So, yeah, we pick up that bow. That bow we need to actually kill the son of a bitch, because we're not getting anywhere near that Titanite fuck. And that's actually what I was going back for after I passed the prick for the fucking 8th time, and he was just like, yeah, you know what? You've been running through here a lot, and that's gonna be the end of that shit, boy. So, that was the end of that shit, but... so, we start again. Now we're on number 7. No Death 7. Can we do anything right? Is, what many of you might be asking. What I'm asking. Well, I'm not sure. And I don't know if we're gonna find out. All we can do is keep getting on that fucking fat pig and keep trying her again. So we'll do the exact same fucking thing that we did before. Go get Firekeeper Soul. Oh yeah, you'll notice. And this was kind of stupid. You'll notice I have 11 Estus. Yeah, because in between recording sessions, I've been playing the game a little bit with the old lady. And I've been playing online, of course. And I forgot that I was playing online, and somebody actually kindled the bonfire at Firelink, and I ended up with 11 flasks. And you could say, well, hey, dickhead, you just broke your own fucking rule, and you should start over, you stupid fuck. And you can say that, but I think we'll find that having one extra Estus was actually pretty inconsequential. Now you'll notice here I quit out right before that Drake because, and I kind of stumbled upon this method, and I might end up doing a video on this, but this is like there's kind of the easy way to not activate Hailcat Drake. Hey, if you have an accent like that, I apologize. That is fucking rude. Hey, I like that accent. I don't know. I like it when girls have that accent. I don't really hear a lot of that in Canada, but you know what? Whatever. This is live, so yeah, I might end up doing a video on that. Just like so much easier than taking a risk with that Hellkite. Excuse me, that Drake. Because I have had him turn around and fry my fucking gonads before, and I don't think anybody really needs that shit. Usually you can just roll around them, or roll past them rather, but just in the event that maybe you want super easy mode, just save and quit right before you get to him. Actually, right after he turns around and before he gives you his nice garlic breath. And then when you come back in, of course, you've reset enemy position. And you can just sneak up on him. Go right by him. Piece of cake. Go right by him. Piece of cake. So, we have done things in a more appropriate order. This time around, we got that bow. We haven't even been past Titanite Dick yet. And we decided the first ring that we're going to get is not Havel's, it's going to be the Wolf Ring. Give this tree, whatever the fuck that thing is, nice warm welcome, even though he's been there for who knows how long, and we're just getting there. Hey, welcome. I'm here, and fuck you. Now we will run past this dick. We should really, and I'm learning little things as I go. I don't know. I stood here for so long, but like, you're pushing your luck when you keep running past that guy, because eventually he is gonna say, well, he's gonna say, go to hell! Go to hell! He might even say, hurry up, asshole! Hurry up, asshole! And it was very disappointing that I had to say goodbye to that run that I started at the beginning of this video, because I was so thrilled to have got the Black Knight Sword, because when you have the Black Knight Sword, that is your OP nasty boy for early game, or if you can use it for the whole game if you wanted to. When you get a Black Knight weapon early and you're actually able to use it, and of course the Black Knight Sword is the most accessible, being it has the lowest requirement. You're set. You can do huge damage. And the best part of it is, you don't have to run to the fucking catacombs like a scrub and go get the stupid Gravelord Sard. Yeah, I actually meant to say that. Gravelord is great. It's a great weapon, but it's such a waste of time going to get it. And you only get it if you feel you absolutely have to. We're starting something new on this one. We're putting elevator music in. Do you like elevator music? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
So, here's where we go, human. We decide to kick fuck-ass off his little balcony here. Because we gotta get that FAP ring. I know I've been saying it, but we absolutely have to have every advantage. And back to the back. And you'll notice me taking these 3 guys out. I like to waste those guys because they have a half decent chance of dropping Titanite shards. Now we will get our Zweihander to 4, and then we couldn't afford to do the last upgrade to it to get it to 5. So we ate a soul item, which is something I kind of forgot to do in the last, run before this video. Just like I said, we're not banking souls. We don't need to bank souls. In the beginning, it's kind of good to bank souls a bit. Just if you want to buy something, you want to buy a bunch of arrows before you go down to the catacombs, or buy a bunch of Titanite shards, you want to get your bow up. But actually, you know, you don't need a bow for a lot of the game. It's very situational. Yeah, we almost got bopped off of the roof there. That would have been really good. How many times do we want to start this shit and keep doing it? But we were able to get it done. So be it. Boy, that brigand shirt looks good, doesn't it? Yeah, the more of a man's disgusting chest that I can see. That's, hey, and you know what? You're into that? I'm not judging you. I just think, and I've said this many times before, if you can put a fucking shirt on, put a fucking shirt on. And I'll say the same thing with girls, too. I'm going to retract that statement, actually. So, now we get some great idea. We're going to get this, bow action happening, because this fuck killed us pretty early last game. And I don't want to risk trying to get past him again when he's alive. That's something I won't do again. And you see that fucking thing, that catch pole that he uses is about as long as a goddamn house. So, fuck you, pal. Now we got a little more money to play with. We can repair our stuff, buy a couple more arrows. We better go to the bonfire. Well, why don't we kindle this bonfire before we set out? So, No shoes. Half a shirt. Missed that guy. Yeah, we'll tie up a couple of loose ends here around the berg. So right where this hollow is where that wall is. That, yeah, see, I'm kind of waiting there just for a moment just to see if Balderfuck is gonna come pay us a visit, and he didn't. Now, you really want to be careful here. We kind of took it in the ass from Piggy. Piggy got us again, and I wasn't sure this little kind of foyer thing, I wasn't sure if he was going to be able to go in there. But we ended up bopping him on the ass a couple of times. We got his little piggy hat. I like that piggy hat. This guy pissed me off for the last time. I didn't have to go all the way up there to kill him, but figured, you know what? We're speeding this crap up. Anyway, why not? And now, this part can be really hazardous, actually. But if you go down... Oh, yeah, we lost a little bit of footage here, too. Fucking shit. So I'm going to have to ask you to take my word for it that we killed... After those 3 rats, that we killed the fucking 2 hollows and then went up the bridge. Because it wasn't until I was on the bridge that I noticed the goddamn timer wasn't counting up anymore. So I was like, alright, great. This thing's fucking acting up again. So I don't know what is going on with that, and I don't really know how to fix that. Since that's happened, I've been... Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. We're... Here we go. I've been taking steps to try to mitigate that bullshit. Carry this guy's R2, and we got a Black Knight Ultra Great Sword, which we could use if we only had about 1,000 more points into strength and dex. I think that Black Knight Ultra Great Sword is, I think it's 32 strength, or is it 36? I don't remember. That's not something I use all the time. And I'm thinking it's 18 dex. So at least we got a Black Knight weapon. And that is a goddamn Christmas miracle. Because like I say, that can really make your life easy early game. Or even late game if you want. Now we're going to get the pine resin for our pal Taurus Demon. Take care of this dickhead, and we got a little bit of a big dick happening. Decided to go after this guy again, and look at that, folks. The fucking Black Knight sword. We actually got it. So now we are we got the Black Knight sword, we got the Black Knight the Black Knight Great Sword, the Black Knight Ultra Great Sword. And that's very good. We are not able to use either one of them, and we're kind of in a similar spot to where we were earlier when we before we croaked. Give this guy the beans right on his fucking face. And we had such a big dick from getting that Black Knight sword that we can't use yet. I decided, you know what? Let's do Havel again. Let's try this shit. And a little lightning action on the old two-hander. Now that was a little scary there. We could have eaten shit. Sometimes Havel might pivot or kind of move when he comes out of his recovery animation, like when he's getting up after you backstabbed him or after you riposted him. And that can be a little nerve-wracking because you're expecting him to just stay there so you can backstab him again. Or if you're in front of him, you're expecting him to just attack right away. And he didn't do that. So we had to roll through one of his attacks because the timing was just not going to be right for a parry. Picking up some fire bombs here. And you really, really, really have to watch your rolls when you're fighting Havel, because the tracking on that motherfucking dragon tooth is just so retardedly out of this world good that it defies everything. It really does. You rolled, unless you rolled a split second ago, he's gonna get you. He'll just know where you're gonna end up when you roll. So you gotta be real sharp. But we don't have to worry about that until next time we start this shitty playthrough. So, because we beat him. Thank the fuck Christ. And we were able to level up. Strengthen Dex a little bit just to get the Black Knight sword happening. Now that we have the Black Knight sword happening, what should we do now? Ooh. Yeah. Well, it looks like what we're going to do now is go to Firelink. It looks like it's time to go to the catacombs. And I think this run, we didn't stop at the bonfire. Excuse me. We did quit out here. That got a little fucked up at the end there. Give it to this shit. Yeah, we did not go to the bonfire. We said, fuck you, bonfire. Because running through the catacombs, trying to get out of the catacombs can kind of be a bit of a shit ass. We're not gonna die in here, right? We're not actually gonna die. I fucking hope not. Now this got a little fucked up too. Mr. Skeleton here cannot be killed because his necromancer has not been dispatched. And this is a real good situation here. This is what you want to see here. So you got 4 motherfucking bone wheels coming at you. And I had to hope that Leroy was going to take care of that shit for me, because I'm sure as fuck not going to do it. Yeah, thanks Leroy. You did nothing in this boss fight, but he paved the way for me to get here, so he did do something. So we pick up this soul item like we normally do, and then we get the fuck out of here, and like magic, we are back at the parish. So look at all the time we saved not running all the way back up. Need that bullshit. Ah! Oh, excuse me. And now that we can kindle completely, let's do it. Yes, like I say, we are not banking souls. There is no point. But there is very much a point in upgrading our Black Knight sword. What the fuck? I don't know what we were doing up there. I think we were just thinking, oh, I remember this. This was last week when I shot this. So, we needed another $2,000 to upgrade the Black Knight sword one more time. So we just killed a couple of pukes for the sake of, 30 seconds in reality. I mean, like right now, real time. Just so we can upgrade that again. And now it looks like we are going to the asylum. Gotta go back to the asylum right now. There's a fat pig with a lot of ass that we're gonna have to deal with. For me, the fight isn't that hard. We quit out here. I don't even remember why. I don't know. I had to take a shit or something. I don't remember. I don't recall. I'm a lady. I don't do that. Yeah. This fight is not that much of an issue for me. This guy can surprise you, but my win-loss against this guy is high enough for me that I've got a pretty good confidence. Plus, look at that fucking damage. 411. I mean, this thing is over pretty fast. We did not take any damage. Now, we don't really need to take this guy out for a red chunk. We really don't need the peculiar doll. We are not going anywhere fucking near the fucking painted world ever. But we do need to pick up the crest shield from, I was going to call him Andre, but that is actually Oscar. Andre, what? Another red chunk. Now, I was gonna bone out here, but then I remembered, oh yeah, I need Twinkling now. Why don't I trade with the bird here? Trade some items. Get it off! Get it off! Very tedious. Very tedious trading in this game. And Demon Souls, I think too, if I remember correctly. Saving and quitting every time. That's bullshit. It was nice in Dark Souls 2 and 3 that you didn't have to do that. Because saving and quitting can get your ass out of trouble, as we found, but it's also a fucking disruption that that you don't need, excuse me. So from here, oh yeah, we can upgrade it one more time. So we actually got it to fucking 4 with all the Twinkling Titanite. I think that was a little fast. I think we got it to 4. Which, for whatever the fuck level we're going to, let's see, what is it, 27? Is, pretty good, pretty OP. I'm not sure what the AR on it is. And I believe we're going to go to Capra just for the sake of whatever. Almost bit the green wiener right there.
God damn!
Or croaked, if you like that terminology better. Now this part, we've had fun with this before because you can't... You want to be able to block those mutts. But when you follow up with an R1, you ain't gonna hit shit except the fucking railing there, so... That's really nice. Now, I didn't want to take any chances with these guys, so I just decided to shoot them. Little R1 action through the closed doors, and then the third guy got a nice R2 right up his ass. The Black Knight R2s, for the most part, Black Knight weapon R2s are... They're fucking terrible. You couldn't use them for anything. It has to be very situational. So now here I'm doing the little trick that I do where try to make a lot of noise, throw a couple of fire bombs, get the dogs' attention, get them at the door. I always listen for them, and you can tell when they're you've roused them and gotten them to pay attention to you, because you can hear them. They go. They sound like little pigs. So finally, we fucking waste about 30 years throwing shit, and then finally we get the dickhead. So we'll do a little celebratory jump there. And 1, 2, 3. Capra's finished. All that just for that. When I was on such a roll, I thought, fuck it. Let's just go right to the goddamn depths. Pick up this soul item here. Now, you'll notice I bopped the fucking butcher with actually 4 fire bombs, and then I jumped out of here right into the room with the chest there, and then I fucking dipped. Fuck you, butcher. But don't worry, because we're going back up there a little later. Now, we actually could have gone right to the boss. We were right there. But I thought, why don't we get invaded by Kirk? Pretty easy souls here. One riposte with a +4 Black Knight sword is more than enough to take out his fuck. Yeah, that hollow scared me last time. I think it was last episode that hollow kind of jumped out and... No, it couldn't have been last episode, but the last run before my untimely demise in the archives. Now, you'll notice here that I've got a little status bar for poison, because a rat decided that you've been doing pretty good so far. We better poison you. And that rat there, who was buffed, that rat just now, one of the channeler's buddies, who was buffed, he did a lot of fucking damage. So I thought, I didn't want to go back to the bonfire. I was just gonna bone it, bone it on out. But I thought, fuck, let me alleviate the poison, and we'll start over with no status ailments. And now we'll get our pal. Our pal Solaire will take it to the female genitals. He was throwing up there, not Solaire, but the genitals. Yeah, with our Black Knight sword leveled up the way it is, gaping genital is no match for us. We could have soloed that one. I'm not really sure why we didn't. The short would have been fighter, and the fight would have been shorter. Now, I don't know what it is, but I have a hell of a time. All I want to do is roll in and roll out to trigger that slime from coming down. And I always end up getting nailed by that fucking thing. It's not like a lot of damage, but it's just kind of annoying waste of time. Now here's the butcher who missed us before. And of course, starting over, going to the bonfire and coming back, put that butcher back to full health. So we didn't get to see how much health she had after I nailed her in the fucking face with 4 firebombs, but... Well, I guess it doesn't really matter anymore, does it? So, now we're back at Firelink, and this has just kind of gone on and on and on. So I decided to get the Ring of Sacrifice and cap it right here. So we're just pretty much going back to the bonfire, and we're going to pick it up next time. So that's going to do it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to thank you very much for watching. And until next time, I will see your fine ass later. And again, no funny stuff. See ya!